see you. Dream, believe, succeed, everybody. Hey, what's up? Another story time for you guys, man. Check this out. I got a story about determination. Determination. Okay, so I didn't realize back in the day when I was a kid and I guess I was a toddler, I didn't realize how much determination I really had. But I have a story about me in my ABCs, right? Yeah. So, all right, my ABCs, and this is how you can see how I learned to develop and just learn to adapt to things. So in pre-K 3 and pre-K 4, some things that you learn are your ABCs, your colors, different things like that, right? So I was in pre-K 4, and the teacher, she would go over the ABCs, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, all of that, right? You would go over the ABCs during the class, and basically she had a ruler, and she would point because there was some letters all around the class, and it was your ABCs, right? A, B, and it was in manuscript, and it was in cursive. So A, B, C, D. I'm visually impaired. I'm going off of what all the other kids are saying. They saying A, B, C. And you know how you get that element OP? You put it together. I got that from the kids because I couldn't see the letters, right? So, all right. Every time I would leave class, every single time, the A would be like where the door is, like literally where the door is. So, I'm visually impaired. I can only see things close up. And so I don't know, maybe at the front of the class, maybe in the middle class. I don't absolutely remember. But what I can tell you is that the A was by the door. So imagine, check this out. You're looking at the ceiling, right? Imagine the A being right there. And as I'm on my way out, I'm literally looking at the A, and that's all I can see. So whenever we would go eat for lunch, whenever we would go line up to go use the bathroom or whatever it may have been, I would see the A, I would see the B, and then that's all I could see. And I'm just like, man, like I don't know what these letters look like, and for a kid that's 4 years old, that's visually impaired, a lot of people just like, oh, he just needs glasses, he just needs this, he just needs that. But then it realized that I was like, I could not see. And like, I say I'm visually impaired, but for some people, I tell people that I'm blind because of the fact of, no, I can't wear corrective lenses. And like, to be honest, like that's what I am. You could say legally blind, you could say visually impaired, you could say blind. I'm not totally blind, but literally like I can't see very well at all. Like there's nothing that can fix it. Especially when it comes to dominant optic atrophy. See, I'm saying it all wrong. Dominant optic nerve atrophy. Let me get it right. So, all right, here we go. Here's the story of the determination. Here's the piece that I want you guys to check out, right? So, when I literally, like, we would have after school program, and my parents, they had me in the after school program at my school. So, when they come and pick me up later on after they get out of work. So, there were times where, I would go to the bathroom. I say, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. And, you don't really let kids be on their own for too long. So, the bathroom, the little kid's bathroom is 4 years old. You got the little toilets and stuff, would be in the classroom. And so, check it. I would see the letters up there, but I couldn't, like, see the letters. Every time I would go to the bathroom, like, I'd be like, man, like, that's what they're saying in class. Like, I want to say those words. I want to be able to know what that looks like. Like, I can't see it. So one time I was determined. Now this is funny. Probably no one knows this, but there was this one time where I was like, I'm going to see these letters. So after school, in the after school program, shouts out to New Psalmist Christian School. Man, check it. I said, hey, I gotta go use the bathroom. And so they was like, all right, you can go use the bathroom, Markeith. And I went, and check this out, right? I literally went to go use the bathroom, and then I said, I'm going to see these letters. So I stood up on the desk. And I probably wasn't supposed to be doing it, right? I stood up on the desk. I said, man, I'm going to see these letters. So literally, like, you know, if you stand up on something and you look, you're a kid, right? And so literally, like, I stood up on the desk. I stood up on certain things, looking all up and down to try to figure out what these letters look like. And, you know, back then we didn't have technology like how we have it now, like the iPad. You can, little kids, 3, 4 years old, they got little iPads. They got iPads, and you can learn your ABCs through that. But it was just paper. There probably was some books. My parents probably got me and things like that eventually. Especially when, one of my things of learning, how I learned, my parents put me on Hooked on Phonics. That's how I really learned to read, honestly, because I couldn't really see in class. So for me, that was my method. But anyway, I stood up on that. I'm telling you, I stood up on that desk and I looked at those letters, and I was like looking out in the hallway to make sure no one was coming, because I knew I would get in trouble if I was standing up on the desk. But I wanted to know. I wanted to figure out what these letters look like at 4 years old. All the other kids are saying ABC, and I'm saying ABC, but I don't even know what ABC looks like. I'm literally like, what does it look like? I wanted to see what it looked like. So, like I said, I stood up on the desk and I started seeing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H-I, the whole alphabet. And I'm like, okay, I've seen this before. And it was one of those books that my parents probably have got me, and I read ABC. You have the books in class when you're that age, and it has those ABC books. And like it has the A next to the apple. And so I finally saw what those letters looked like that we were calling out in the classroom. And I was like, oh, okay. This looks familiar. But I'm going to tell you, I wasn't supposed to be standing up on the desk, but I was determined to figure out what I was saying out of my mouth and what did it look like. And that was the moment that I realized, years later, and I can honestly say now that I realized that was one of my first moments of determination. My first moments of saying, I'm going to figure out this problem. I'm going to solve this. And I want to know what it's like. As kids, as adults, as teenagers, as just people in general, we always are trying to figure out the solutions. We're always trying to figure out what the problems are. And, I'm going to tell you, climb up on that desk, be determined. Be determined to climb up on that desk and to look and to see what you're looking at, and to see and have not just to see, but have an understanding of what the problem is and find the solution. That was one of my first moments of problem solving, finding a solution, and determination. So, hey, I see you. Dream, believe, succeed. We out here, man. Be determined. Let's go. Have that confidence. I want you to do great things. Let's go, man. All right, next time.